Hi, welcome to SlideMath. The purpose of this introductory video is to show you the features of the app and give you a quick overview of how to use them. The screen we're looking at the moment is the main screen of the SlideMath app. It has a menu running down the left hand side, a grid that takes up most of the space, and a floating data entry pad that you can move around to wherever you need it. The data entry pad has 4 tabs. The first 3 tabs you can use to enter data into the grid, either by dragging or by tapping if you're using the cursor. The 4th tab contains a basic calculator. If you click on the SlideMath icon in the top left hand corner of the screen, it opens a dashboard. The dashboard is where you can load questions into the grid, view reports on your progress, and watch the YouTube videos that show you how to use the app and how to answer the questions in the app. It also contains information about the app itself. So before we start solving questions, the first thing we want to do is choose the country we're in and the year level that we want to work at. So if you look up in the top right hand corner of the dashboard, there's a flag icon, and if we click on that, it shows us that we can choose from 4 countries: New Zealand, Australia, the UK and the USA. So for the demonstration today, I'm going to choose Australia, and I'm also going to choose to work at year level 7. So if I click on those 2 options and then click on the flag button again, the progress menu will now only show the year 7 Australian questions. So now we're ready to load a question into the grid and start practicing our math skills. For the purposes of the demonstration today, I'm going to do some algebra. So I'm going to click on the patterns in algebra section and then scroll down to the rearrange equations question and click on that to load a rearrange equations question into the grid. So now we're ready to start solving our rearranging equations question. But before we do that, I'm going to go through the buttons on the left-hand menu and just give you a quick explanation of what they do. So the left-hand menu is broken down into 3 sections. The top section here is the control section, which controls various functions of the app. The second section is the practice mode section, where you can choose to be in either training, practice, or star mode. And the third section is a difficulty level selector. So let's talk briefly about the practice mode section. Training mode is used when you are just learning a new skill and you need lots of help and are likely to make lots of mistakes. In training mode, you can make as many mistakes as you like, and as long as you correct them, you'll still get the question correct. In practice mode, you're only allowed to make 1 mistake and correct it before the question is marked incorrect, and in star mode, no mistakes are allowed. The difficulty level selector is sometimes available depending on the type of question that you're doing. With this question here, we can see there are 2 difficulty levels. And if we switch to the second one, we can see that in the second difficulty level, there are no numbers in the question, only letters, which makes it a bit more challenging. If we have a look at the control section, we know that the top button, the SlideMath icon button, takes us to the dashboard. The second button down takes us to the reports tab on the dashboard. So what that does, it means that instead of clicking on the SlideMath icon and then choosing reports, you can go straight there using the reports button. The third button down is the video button. When you're doing a question and you need some help on how to do it or you're not sure, you can click on this button and it will immediately take you to the YouTube video for that particular question. The 4th button down is the automatic refresh button. When this is activated and you get a question correct, a new question will automatically load into the grid without having to click on the next button over here on the floating data entry pad. The 5th button down is the show solution button. This is only available in training and practice modes. In training, you can use it without any penalty whatsoever, but in practice mode, if you use show solution, it will show you the answer to the question, but the question is then locked and can't be edited further. Show solution is not available in star mode. The last button in the control section is the help button. If you click on this button, help mode is activated, and you can find out more about each function on the main screen by clicking on it. So if we click on the video button, it gives us a short explanation of what that button does. So now I'm going to click on help mode to deactivate it and then do a couple of questions and we'll see how the counting of questions works. So the answer to this question will be divided by 8. You can see it comes up question correct and the grid boxes are filled in green, and then we can click on next to get another question, and this one will be plus 9. And as I'm getting questions correct, you can see that the question correct count up here in the top right hand corner is increasing. And also, if we click on the SlideMath icon and go back to the questions and progress menu, we can see that the progress bar for rearrange equations is slowly growing. So let's do a couple more. That'll be divided by 2, next, and times 9. So now I've done 5 questions and we can see that the progress bar is up to 25%. So to get the progress bar all the way to 100%, we need to do 20 practice questions. Training questions will not count for the progress bar. And to get a gold star at the end of our progress bar, we need to get 10 questions correct in star mode. So at the moment I've got 0 questions correct in star mode. If I do one here quickly, it's now counted up to 1. When that gets to 10, a gold star will appear here. We can also see that by entering star mode, the videos button is not available, and neither is the show solution button. And also, if I make a mistake answering a question, it's immediately marked incorrect. Whereas in practice mode, the grid box comes up red, but I'm given a chance to correct it before the question gets marked incorrect. And that completes our short introduction to SlideMath.